So, incontinence is a problem for you if you leak a little bit when you cough or sneeze, or if you get that overwhelming urge to pee, you know, the key in the door moment, you just arrived at home and suddenly you can't wait, and sometimes you don't make it to the toilet in time. If you feel that you have to wear a pad or other protection in the day just in case, or maybe you worry about leaking when you leave the house, if you wake up in the night, if you wake up in the night to go to the toilet and it's more than twice a night, that could be a problem that you should do something about, and especially if you don't actually manage to get to the toilet on time. Or maybe you're one of those people who knows where every single toilet is and you won't go anywhere else unless you know where the toilets are. If that's you, you could have a problem with your bladder control. So there are different types of incontinence. First one is stress incontinence, which is where those big pelvic floor muscles that are at the bottom of our body from the front to the back, they're not strong enough, they've become weak, and they can't hold up the bladder and they can't hold in the urine. So every time if you sneeze or you cough or laugh, or sometimes if you do stand up even suddenly, a little bit of urine could leak out. And the other type is that urge incontinence, the key in the door moment. You're absolutely desperate to urinate and you feel that you simply got to go, and maybe you actually will go. And of course the double whammy is mixed incontinence. It's where the pelvic floor muscles are a little bit weak and you've got that urge, and obviously that can cause some significant accidents. Functional incontinence is where the bladder function is fine, but there are other barriers in the way of you actually reaching the toilet. So if you look at my picture here, I don't know if you can see, there's a sign to the toilet, and I'm not sure where it is. It could be that building in the middle distance there, or it could even be the far one out towards the mountain. But I think most of us would be incontinent if we had to go down all those steps and up all those steps to actually reach the toilet. So it's where mobility or physical barriers actually prevent you from getting to the toilet. It could even be that you can't get your clothes undone quickly enough. Sometimes people who've had a stroke can't actually undress quickly enough, and that can cause functional incontinence. And then nocturnal incontinence is where you're getting up in the night several times, and this is often associated with your legs or feet swelling. Because if you get feet and legs swelling in the day, all that fluid, when you lay down in the night, that's all going back into your bloodstream, and of course it's being pumped around and your kidneys are filtering it out and filling up your bladder all the time. So nocturnal incontinence is often associated with your legs swelling. So those are the main types of urinary incontinence.